Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick. So I'm going to make an argument for resistance exercise. Those of you who train with cardiovascular in mind, or cardio, I think it's important for having fitness, lowering your heart rate, and also training for cool sport. Cycling, running, swimming, triathlons. Please don't count out resistance exercise because I think there's some value to developing muscle. It probably might not resonate with you to do exercises that build up muscle, push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, sprints. I loved sprinting. I mean, that's what I did in high school and college, so it resonates with me, even grade school. So I like the explosiveness of that, and I'm 59 this year, 60 and next year, and I think it still pulls on my heartstrings to do a burst of activity. And that's what I think really preserves independence as you get into your 70s is muscle. No question, when you do balance exercises like Tai Chi and yoga, you will send good proprioceptive messages to all the joints in your body. Resistance is a little bit different because it usually is going to be an independent type of exercise, and you have to be able to formulate your own plan and routine to execute. Those of you who did resistance exercises, that stuff that they did in the gym over in high school or college, or the rec center, I think that's not sustainable. So it's easy to follow through with a guide and try to do what you see on paper, or even worse, when you see those half-naked guys on YouTube telling you that there's a certain body type and you gotta do this type of exercise. I think it's better than nothing, but if you want sustainability and you want to daisy chain bite-sized activities or goals to an ultimate goal of beating disease, reversing diabetes, pushing away heart disease, or even cancer reversal, I think you have to have precision and personalized exercise. Just like nutrition, just like lifestyle, it comes down to what do you have in mind, what your experience, what your limitations are, and where do we go. Those of you who rely on cardio, good, but I think it's important to incorporate some form of resistance exercise to make it a well-rounded practice. Those of you who only do bodybuilding, I think you should be doing some cardio as well. And those of you who are doing yoga, I think it's important to add a little bit of cardio or add a little bit of resistance. Now, all these independent exercises are important, but looking at how your lifestyle can benefit from adding a sprinkle or two of the other factions is important as well. And this is where I see the athletes that are in the gym or the athletes that are on the track outside sometimes push to a level where they just are content, but there should always be a hurdle and another goal to accomplish. And that's where personal design from a coach would be helpful. So it's my pleasure to announce to you that I'm going to put together a weekly Ask Dr. Rick segment on my YouTube channel and Facebook, and I'll invite anybody to just throw questions at me on Sundays. I'll be doing it via Zoom, and it won't be a substitute for medical advice, but I'll give you what I would do if you were my patient. And then once a month, I'm going to be having a grand rounds with alternative and complementary providers. So hopefully this gives you a blueprint on what you might want to add in that you didn't think about before as far as the healthiest lifestyle that you can maintain. And if you have disease, it's okay. Even heart disease, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, all would benefit from some form of extra exercise. I would do personal design. It is an investment, but there's more sustainable chances that you'll keep on in the long run versus doing things on your own. The proper job of any coach or teacher is to guide their client or student to higher heights. And there's never going to be a ceiling. Even Olympians have coaches that teach them new things every time. So if you think that you've reached your maximum, don't think that. Because once you reach a maximum of sorts, then the next decade of age comes and you got to manipulate the variables to get yourself a new goal. So please, look into seeing myself or one of my coaches at the Endorphin Effect or with cannabis coaches and see if we can propel you to better heights. Even if you have medical disease, one way or another, there's better ways to live life than to just deal with your symptoms and eat medicines. Hopefully I'll see you at one of the Ask Dr. Rick Zoom calls coming up, or the grand rounds at the Endorphin Effect. Always strive for better. See you at the next video.